Do you want to get rid of these big incandescent turn signals and put on something more sleek and flexible? Well, we're going to install these Hammer LEDs on my KTM 390 Adventure, but these also have multiple kits for a number of different bikes. So let me show you how easy it is. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. All right, today we're going to be installing the Hammer LED turn signals. Now they sent me a 4-pack for my KTM 390 Adventure, and depending on what bike you ride, they'll have an option for you. Now I specifically asked for the resistors to go with it because I didn't want to dig into my headlight where the flashing unit is. It's really difficult to get in there, and just sliding these in, hopefully this will be much easier. And if you don't understand how LEDs and incandescent bulbs work with a flashing unit, the incandescent bulbs provide a certain load on that flashing unit, and as it heats up, it opens, and then you get that flashing. With LEDs, it doesn't put enough of a load on the contact in a flashing unit on a standard incandescent flashing unit. So what ends up happening is the contacts close and the lights stay on. So you have to have that load, which is what the resistors are for. Now, depending on your bike, like I had a Tenere 700, it was really easy to get into that flashing unit, and I replaced that flashing unit and all the bulbs with LED bulbs. So if you wanted to use these, then I would skip putting the resistors in and get a LED flashing unit to put in there, and then it would make the installation really simple. So depending on what bike you ride and where that flashing unit is, it might be worth to do that over resistors. But on the KTMs, especially with these headlights where they just jam a lot of stuff in there, I don't really want to get in there, so we're going to do it this way. So I'm going to go through the installation with the resistors and the turn signals, specifically on this bike, but it'll be similar on many other bikes, and then demonstrate to you the difference between going with LED over incandescent so you have an idea. So the important thing is that you will be seen with what your intentions are. Now, if you're one of those riders that hasn't figured out that your turn signal switch is on the left side, or your thumb doesn't work in order to indicate which direction you're going, then maybe you don't need these. But for the rest of us, it's just another way of being visible to drivers, whether it be on the front of the bike to know that you're turning left or right, or the back of the bike, which is really my concern getting rear-ended, is making sure the driver behind me is very clear that I'm slowing down to make a right or a left-hand turn. So let's get these installed and take a look and see how they work. When you order the Hammer LED lights, this is what you're going to get. I'm going to go through it real quick just so you understand. So I have the setup that comes with the resistors. So the first thing we're going to have in here is the resistors that I've got to get tucked in to the fenders in different places to make sure these go in. And then the lights themselves are right here. So I've got 4 lights, so everything I need. And you can see these here, nice and flexible. It should be just a plug and play other than having to feed the wires in. But no, it shouldn't be any cutting. And it really is just a matter of getting all of this stuff tucked in where the other wiring was. So depending on your bike, it may be easy or it may be difficult to get everything tucked in. So we're going to do it on the KTM 390 Adventure here and see how that goes. Okay, if you're doing this on a KTM, I just found it easier to just take all the tail plastic off so that I could get into the cables here. With the plastic on here, it is incredibly tight, and I just don't think it's worth fighting. It's 4 bolts. Taking the tail rack off, it just makes life much easier, and I can make sure the resistors get plugged in their proper place. So the turn signals have plugs here, and all I need to do is unplug them, run the wires back through. There's a grommet here, I got to get them out, and then there's just some bolts in here. So I'll go through that, and then we'll get the first ones installed. All right, if you're following along with for the KTM 390 Adventure, there's a little tail section here that's like basically 4 bolts. And I dropped that out because I can't get to this grommet without dropping this and being able to pull the wires through. So that's what I've done. It might be a little blurry, but so the connectors have to get through this grommet, and then it feeds down through the turn signal, and I'll have the new one put in here and then run the wires back up. All right, quick installation note. I don't know how clear this is going to be. So you're going to have a washer on this side, and then make sure the nut, the knurled part, goes against the plastic. This is what locks it in place. So if you put the washer on the wrong side, this locking part is not going to lock onto the plastic to hold the turn signal in its appropriate position. If you have a KTM with this bug light and you got turn signals hanging out, I was really hoping I could get into the wiring without having to open up this headlight assembly. It just doesn't look like that's going to be possible. I pulled the other side, and the wire, I can't get really into it to pull it off. And I need to get this thing pulled out in order to remove the turn signal stock from the plastics here. And this is just not going to be easy. I'm going to have to basically open this up and get those wires out. So if you're going to be doing this on a KTM, just know that you're likely going to have to open up your headlight assembly. Now, on my Aprilia Tuareg, I can pull the turn signal light out, unplug it, and have it completely free and available if I wanted to put something like this on. However, it's going to be bike dependent. So maybe you have a bike where this will be really easy to do. Like the Tuareg, I think on my Tenere, it would have been quite easy to do as well. But man, this headlight assembly is not fun. So I'm going to get started on that, and I'll show you what the final product looks like after I get the resistor in and these mounted. Installation of the HammerLED turn signals is complete. These are really fantastic. They are super compact. They are incredibly flexible and very bright as well. So I think if you're wanting to get rid of your OEM or factory turn signals and put on something that's a smaller stock, that's brighter and is flexible just in case it were to hit something, you really can't go wrong. If I get a discount link for you, I will let you know, and I'll put it right here, and then I'll also drop that in the description as well. So you really can't go wrong if you're looking for some LED turn signals that are super small, or if you are looking to turn your bike into a street legal bike, this would be a great way to throw some signals on it as well. So yeah, I don't think you can go wrong. I'm really pleased with how these came out. I really like how sleek it makes the bike look, and the compactness, and then they are extremely bright. So any vehicle behind me or in front of me will have no question about what I'm doing. With the incandescent bulbs, sometimes in really bright daylight, they are not very visible. This will overcome that. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave that in the comments below. Remember, you can always make more money, but you cannot make more time. So get out and do that ride. Maybe do some wrenching on your bike to go out and do that ride, because you just don't know what's going to come up, and do it while you have the time. Thanks for watching. Get out, do some riding, ride safe, and I will see you out there. Well, talcum got me.